Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to Law & Order Legacies. Let's continue. So we're doing this Killer Smart, episode 3. Not too much has happened so far. We just found the dead hooker, and now we're trying to find suspects, and we're questioning a new guy who is probably famous from Law & Order.
You have anyone you like for the Mangler?
He's another detective, I think.
And Ernest Limrose. All Johns have been busted down here.
What's special about these guys?
They got noticed. Really above average creepiness. Moffat liked to use handcuffs, and Gondapur got busted for assault on Angelica Moore, but I got nothing to tie either one of them to the murders.
Let's see the method of operation.
What do we know about the Mangler's M.O.?
All I know is he sexually assaults them, and COD is always strangulation. If your Vic's one of his, that'll be lucky number 8. Plus he's smart. Takes his girls from different boroughs, but so far he's dumped all of them in and around Nassau County.
Does this cause of death match the motive of operation? We need to go back in this same script and double check. Strangulations, bruise around the neck. So, and then strangulation. So, does that match? Yes. So, correct. Why does it say correct in the middle of the screen? How does it match? Sexual assault and death by strangulation. Yeah, we just found that out. Why does it need to change the screen to give us a star?
Well, the MO matches. That much we know.
New topics revealed. Are there any trophies that were taken?
She's got a lock of hair missing. Poor girl. That could be our souvenir.
Souvenir?
Of course.
Each of the Mangler's victims is missing a lock of hair. They kept that info
You
from
can
the press.
barely even tell
That's
that.
interesting.
You know something?
Sex offender I busted years ago. Kept the same kind of souvenirs after each assault. And guess what? He's out on parole.
Interesting.
Do we have any reason to think our Vic can be connected to the Mangler?
CSU found some burlap fibers in the victim's hair. Same type of fibers showed up on 2 other victims of the Mangler.
Someone cut her up pretty good, though they look like mostly defensive wounds. If this is the work of the Mangler, I wonder why the change in MO.
Not to mention the fact that we found her body on the same street where she worked, instead of in Nassau County somewhere.
Botched job, maybe? She got out of the car and he panicked?
Is there a reason to believe our victim was done in by the Massapequa Mangler? There's reason to believe it, certainly. Burlap fibers. Honestly, this is crazy. It's like you just told me the evidence. It's asking me to spit back out. This feels like studying for a test and then 2 minutes later taking the test. Or even more awkwardly, studying for the first question of a test, then being allowed to take the first question, then being allowed to study some more for the second question, then being allowed to take the second question, which makes no sense at all.
So where is this guy now?
Last I heard, he was in violation. His PO hadn't heard from him in 9 months, maybe.
Is that an important detail? That he's in violation of his parole? Yeah. Or probation? Yeah, that's an important detail. Why? The Massapequa Mangler was caught 9 months ago. Angelica Moore was killed 9 months ago. The sex offender is in big trouble. The first victim of the Massapequa Mangler was a sex offender. This is what I want to click. But it's probably wrong.
That's about when the killing started, right?
That's about when Angelica went missing. I'll sniff around, see what I can dig up.
Benson, should we go chat with the girl who found the body?
Audio messing up again?
Hey, Curtis, I'm real sorry about Deborah.
Thanks.
Girls doing good?
My oldest is looking at colleges, wants to teach special education.
Good. That's good. The clock's ticking on our witness here. Let's say we question her while she's still feeling cooperative.
No red herrings found. Does that mean that there were some? How could I have not found them? I thought I asked every question. Seems odd. Let's just keep going forward. I kind of want to rush through this. Interesting, this background looks better.
What's your name?
Animated than all the others. To get that graffiti.
That's your pimp who sent you a text message, isn't it? Give me his name and I can fix your problem.
All us around here got the same daddy. If I give you his name, these other girls will turn me in to get on his good side. That's how he plays us.
Did you see the victim at all today? Before you found her like this?
No, she kept to her side of the street, I kept to mine.
Can I disprove that? No. How can you make her cooperate? Have Logan work her over in the alley. Threaten to tell a pimp that she wasn't working hard. Let her know that if there's a killer on the loose targeting prostitutes, threaten to take her kids away from her. We don't even know if she has kids. Or a kid. And it seems like she's cooperating anyway, so why are you giving me this prompt right now?
Jenny, you said business was slow. As long as this guy is on the loose, no one is safe out here, including yourself.
I maybe saw her get picked up.
Did you get a look at her John?
It was a red van. That's all I saw.
And that was the last time you saw her alive?
Yeah.
I imagine that they would take
van?
down
A
license plates and
broken
stuff.
Window. Maybe it'd been in an accident.
It was a funny kind of red. More like brick color.
That it?
Looked like any old regular van to me. Except for that.
David Gondapur, Robert Moffat, Ernest Limrose. Those names mean anything to you?
Not to me. We call them Johns for a reason. No real names. That's how it works.
Did Logan connect her to these names? I'm gonna say no. Who is the connect? Logan mentioned Moffat liked to tie Ginny up. Logan mentioned Wendy Crane was in connection. The girls killed 9 months ago. Angelica Moore. Logan didn't mention any of these names. I think this is it. But I don't even care anymore. Like I've decided at this point to just get this over with. I suppose The Walking Dead Season 1 went the right direction. No more caring about whether you make a mistake or not. Just make your decision, go forward. Play it like a normal person who has to live their life instead of an OCD video game player who can go back and replay the whole scene over and over again until they get it perfect.
Did you know the girl?
There's no reward, as far as I
ain't seen her
know,
but once or
for
twice.
getting it perfect.
Don't even know her name.
I'm just gonna click no.
Who is Wendy working for?
I don't know. I mind my own.
Come on, Jenny. You're no rookie. You know all the players out there.
I told you, I don't know who her daddy is.
Catch her in a lie, yes.
You know what, Jenny? We can always take you to central booking, let you sit in the bullpen for a few hours, and try and jog your memory.
Arrest me? For what?
Jenny, give us the name of Wendy's pimp and we promise it'll never come back to you.
We call him Bankroll. He's out over on West 145th with all the other pimps.
And see, just not even really trying. I'm just I was able to get all 4 stars.
Check it out.
Just no
From this
bonus
corner,
ones.
you can see all the vehicle traffic coming in and out of this area. No wonder Bankroll hangs out here. He can keep an eye on the Johns cruising his girls. There he is. Let's go get him. Morning, Bankroll.
You talking to me? I didn't know we was acquainted.
Detective Benson, Detective Curtis, homicide.
Come on, man. I'm trying to read the paper and these people just got my latte right. Come on back later.
Relax, Bankroll. We just have a few questions for you. Wendy Crane. She was your girl, wasn't she?
Who, me? Hell nah. I don't know no girl named Wendy.
Yes. Assuming we know the right thing. Jenny. Assuming they're even talking to the right
We did our
person.
homework, Bankroll.
Alright, maybe.
This
you
isn't
should
very
give me for advice from time to time.
New
That's all I'll
York-ish,
say.
though. There's literally nobody else on the street.
You see everything from this coffee shop, don't you?
Greatest show on earth, man. I ain't missed a night in 25 years.
How about a red van? Seen Wendy get into one of those lately?
Nah, nothing like that. Seen the sanitation workers van here last night. You know, New York's strongest. Maybe the cat you looking at worked for the city?
Do you think you saw the van? I'd say probably yes. How can I prove it? Bankroll is likely lying because he doesn't trust the police. I assume it's this one because it's a specific statement that was written.
Wendy was your girl. I'm betting you watched her like a hawk. We know a red van picked her up last night.
Maybe not a red van.
What kind then?
I seen a white van down here a couple times. Figured it was just some bridge and tunnel CPA playing that plantation game. Got a sweet tooth for some brown sugar.
But it stuck out for some reason.
I remembered later that I seen Angel. That's Angelica. She got picked up in that same kind of van the night she went missing. Figured if I saw it again, I'd take care of business. But he never came back.
David Gondapur, Robert Moffat, Ernest Limrose. Any of those names sound familiar?
Who you think I am, man? The public library? I ain't asking people for no ID.
These guys would have stuck out. Not your typical John looking for a night away from Maud. They scared girls, even got physical with them. They were arrested. You'd know their names.
Man, it's always them cats from the suburbs. There was this Arab looking dude down here once or twice. He had money, but I had to run him off.
New topics?
Arab looking dude?
Yeah, man, you know, like Lawrence of Arabia and all that.
Lawrence of Arabia was English.
I know who Lawrence of Arabia is, fool.
Did he drive a red van?
Nah, drove a Escalade, white leather seats, nice. Scared Angelica real good, so we had a little conversation. Then the police showed up.
So this conflict with Logan's story? Probably not. Just rushed through all of this. Angelica was... Who was Angelica arrested with? I can't answer that one. But if we go back to the first page... Gandapur.
Then what happened?
This feels like
Watched it all go
research.
down. Cops roll up. Arab fool would have got off with a warning if he could have stopped making words with his mouth. A few weeks later, he comes around again. Gives me $1,000 to have Angel keep her mouth shut. Ain't heard nothing about it since.
Uh-huh. So he roughed up Angelica, and you took a bribe to keep it quiet. Nice. Don't go on any vacations, Bankroll. We may need the pleasure of your company again. I'm not a big fan of racial profiling, but based on the physical description, sounds like we should talk to David Gondapur.
There we go. No red herrings found. I don't think there are any. Just trying to rush through all this.
Lieutenant, how can I help you?
We have a potential suspect in the case, but let's just say we don't want to scare him off with our gritty urban vibe.
You want to use the DA's office? Leather chairs and expensive books.
We'll get a better interview if he thinks we're treating him like a witness instead of a suspect.
No problem. I'll set it up.
Interesting trick.
Mike.
Abby, good to see you again.
Likewise.
And see, there's all these indications of
Thank you for coming
backstory
in,
for
Mr.
people who've
Canterbury.
watched the TV
May I
series.
ask why I'm here, Miss Carmichael?
We're following up on some leads in regards to the Massapequa Mangler case.
The Massapequa Mangler. I'm afraid I'm not familiar. Do I need my solicitor?
That's entirely within your rights, Mr. Gandapour. But you're not a suspect. We just want to ask you a few questions.
So lied to him immediately to his face, which time and time again in the United States it's been proven that police can lie to you about anything and everything in an interview over and over again, and you should get a lawyer regardless if whether you're innocent or not. Let's see.
Mr. Gandapour, we have an eyewitness who saw someone matching your description with Angelica Moore.
My description?
A man of Middle Eastern descent. About your height and build, similar vehicle.
I am no more Middle Eastern than Manhattan is Midwest America. I am Pashtun. My people hail from Pakistan and Afghanistan, Southeast Asia.
I apologize.
Perhaps one of your male colleagues should finish conducting the interview for you. They may have a firmer grasp of geography.
Let's go with yes. Nope.
So you're a hedge fund manager, huh? Sounds stressful.
The purpose of a hedge fund is to negate risk so as to offset losses, Miss Benson. I leave the day-to-day stress of the market to day traders and money dealers.
Still, with this economy, it's got to put a lot of pressure on you to perform.
I play a lot of racquetball.
Found a red herring.
Have you ever been to West 141st Street in Harlem?
Harlem? Whatever would I go to Harlem for?
That is so ridiculous a question in Manhattan, because I imagine that people have been up and down all of Manhattan. Although I have heard stories of people living within like 20 blocks of their own street, never getting any further than that. Is there reason to believe he was in Harlem? Yes. But then it's gonna pimp story and arrest report.
Mr. Gandapour, you were arrested for assaulting a prostitute on West 141st
141st
Street,
is
less than a
pretty
year ago.
north,
Surely you
though,
remember.
so I could imagine a lot of people
yes,
not
of
going to
course.
Harlem.
I did not realize that was in Harlem. Surely you must know then that the charges were dropped.
The woman you were accused of assaulting, Angelica Moore, was murdered not long after your arrest. She is believed to be the Mangler's first victim.
I am very sorry to hear, but my arrest was a misunderstanding. I was lost. I asked her for directions. She volunteered to show me how to find the George Washington Bridge for $10, I believe. I naively let her into my car, where she threatened to blackmail me with some story of being attacked. The poor girl, I wish I could have helped her somehow.
You live in Brookville, correct?
Gold Coast of Long Island, not far from Massapequa.
I also have an apartment on the Upper East Side and a home in Pelican Bay, Florida. Do you water ski, Miss Carmichael?
I'm really not a boat person, thanks. You own a white 2011 Cadillac Escalade, correct?
Yes, as do a
Work
great
our
many other
way
people
through
on
all
Wall
of
Street.
this.
0% financing comes in very handy around bonus time.
Yes? Why would I not believe him saying he owns a car? His accent suggests good breeding, you wouldn't lie. Hedge fund managers are inherently trustworthy people. His admission matches Benson's report and the prostitute story. No, it's this one. Logan's and the pimp story.
How about a van? Those ever come in handy?
Certainly not. I could hardly take investors golfing in something like that. That's why I have the Escalade.
Again, we appreciate your time, Mr. Gandapour.
Feel free to call my office should you wish another appointment. Good day.
Ugh.
Do you think he's our guy?
I don't know. He was too slick, too prepared. Like he knew this would happen.
Well, then the pressure's on. Keep an eye on him. See if he makes a mistake.
And let's just keep going forward. Rush, rush, rush.
Forensics?
They didn't find much, but the burlap fibers they found on our Vic contain traces of something called atrazine.
It's a pesticide. New York put it on the restricted list last year. Only licensed professionals can buy it. Pest control, farmers, landscapers.
Detective Curtis.
Benson, you remember the Mickey Trevino case?
Yeah, that was Cormac's collar.
The gun Trevino was using, he claimed to have found it hidden in the basement of his apartment building. Cormac was able to confirm. Here's a list of residents from 1998 onwards. Maybe you can do something with it.
Got it. We'll meet you there. Logan tracked down that sex offender who violated his parole. His name is Patty Jackson. Get this. He's working a landscaping job in Sugar Hill, 2 blocks from where our Vic was found.
Your case just got a whole lot more interesting.
Wait
Keep
a
me
second.
posted.
In the background, it showed
Patty
a
Jackson, you're
U.S.
under arrest.
flag,
For what?
and the stars
For
weren't
what?
lined
You're
up.
in violation, Patty.
Nah, me and my PO, we got it all worked out. My probation transfer got messed up, that's all.
Well, there's our rust color. The van's got red priming paint all over it.
I'll keep an eye on him while you search the van. Know what you're looking for?
The fibers found on the victim were burlap, and we know the mangler likes to use zip ties and duct tape to bind his victims.
We found some crystal meth on Wendy. She had a lock of hair taken and she had been cut. I'm thinking the killer used a knife to scare her and then he used it to cut a lock of her hair when he was finished. There should be some blood in the van.
Interesting, they're calling a trailer a van. Circle objects to grab them. Select a magnifying lens to consult searches. So we're looking for crystal meth, duct tape, blood stain, a burlap sack, and crystal meth, and zip ties. Crystal meth. Here's a test, I suppose. Do you know what crystal meth looks like? Well, here's some blood stain.
I got some blood here.
Word of the wise, Patty. You kill a girl in your van, you should worry about cleaning the inside, not painting the outside.
That's mine. I cut myself on a hedge trimmer.
Let's open this.
This is interesting. You wear a lot of jewelry, Patty?
I made that. I sell them at flea markets and stuff. It's not a restricted item.
Seriously? Well then what about this little piece here? That has the crystal meth in it.
Whoa, looks like crystal meth. You trying to lose weight, Patty?
That ain't mine.
So we found that. Some pliers, here's some duct tape.
Duct tape. We'll see if the end piece matches up with any of the pieces found on Wendy.
Now we're looking for a knife. And maybe a burlap sack. Let's... Nothing there. Interesting. We're looking for burlap sack. Zip ties. Still. Are these zip ties? See, you would... Here's some zip ties.
Zip ties. Could be used in his line of work. We'll see if they're the same type as the ones found on the Mangler's other victims.
You'd think you'd be able to look in all of this. Let's just move this.
Burlap
Find a
sacks
knife.
of atrazine.
Hope you got your certified applicator license for that, Patty. That's a heck of a fine otherwise. All right, Patty, I've seen enough.
So we
You calm
found
down, pal.
everything.
You don't need to do that. I'll report on Monday, I promise.
Save it for the judge.
Of course, the problem now is, are we going to go into a court case and then have to decide who's the actual killer? Or are we going to
Your
interview
parole
some more?
officer says hi. Says he hasn't seen you in over 9 months.
Your apartment was almost empty. You staying somewhere else? Hotel, maybe?
I hate hotels. They remind me of the joint.
Empathy.
Come on, Patty, I'm a guy. I know how it is. You have desires. Desires turn to fantasies. You can only hold those in for so long. You satisfy them. You feel like your old self again, but only for a little while.
I ain't no killer.
You're not a bad person, Patty. You've got a sickness. And you can take the first step towards getting better by taking responsibility for what you did.
Don't talk to me like you're some priest. I ain't stupid.
Found the red herring. That's what I figured. Let's ask about his
Who
childhood.
did this to you? And you didn't start out this way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Again, this
Somebody
is
named
just one of
Wendy
these
Crane.
cases
Was
where
it your mother?
the people,
Older sibling? Who?
What do you know about it?
the bad guy is always a bad guy. Is always a bad guy. Everything is obvious. Alright. Wendy or Angelica Moore?
You saying Angelica Moore never got into your van. Can you think why a witness might have seen that happen?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Can you prove otherwise? Not really. But I'm gonna click no, but I'll be wrong.
We have a witness that saw Angelica Moore get into your van before you painted it.
We're not getting anywhere. Let's just book him for violating his parole, and we'll charge him for the murders when forensics gets back to us.
No, wait. Angelica wasn't my fault. It wasn't even my idea to pick her up. It was his, honest.
New topic revealed. An accomplice.
So what happened, Patty? Did Wendy fight back? Is that why we found her in Harlem instead of some swamp in Nassau County?
Tell me this, smart guy. Any chance you ran into Wendy in Harlem? In your brand new white van?
I never saw that girl before, I swear.
Never, huh?
Can we challenge him? We can challenge him, sure. Can we prove anything? No. He's a scumbag and probably guilty of something, sure. Jenny said Patty picked up Wendy right before she was killed. Let's go with this one. I guess that's what it wanted. Then a lot of leaps in logic and assumptions.
Wendy Crane the night she was killed, Patty.
It feels like.
Okay, look, maybe she was in my van. I was in jail for a long time, you know? If I break the law, I'm in violation. That's why I lied.
Yeah, there's more than one person with a white trailer slash van in Manhattan, I guarantee you.
Patty, if you had an accomplice, now's the time to tell us.
This guy, he had a thing for Angel, okay? He tried to pick her up once and something happened.
What was his name?
I don't know, okay? It was just a one-time thing. He gave me a name and told me to bring it to his place so they could party, okay?
Great. Why don't you show us where his place is?
You know, actually it was it was in my hotel room. One of those no-tell motels. I don't even remember which one.
Do I believe him? No. Jackson said earlier he hates hotels. They remind him of prison.
Enough, Patty. I know cops at Rikers who owe me a favor. They can make your visit there really uncomfortable.
I'm telling the truth, I swear.
You said this guy tried picking up Angelica before, but something happened. Any chance he was 5'6", Arab descent?
I already said too much.
You tell us who he was, right now, and we can work out a deal with the DA. You wait, and you go down alone. All alone.
Let's try this again. 5'6", Arab descent.
You know him.
The Arab guy. Who is he?
Or are you so stupid you never even got his name?
He ain't Arab, he's Pashtun. He don't like to be called Arab.
Really
I want
not.
a lawyer now.
Really
There's
not
smart things
focusing
said
on
so
the
far.
important factor there, but okay. Well, in about 30 minutes we've made, I think, a decent amount of progress, but not as much as I would like. Sadly, it doesn't feel like even rushing through this game you're gonna take much more time or much less time to get to the end. There's just a ton of talking here. There's no ways to jump to the end of a conversation or be on a shortcut or a short path towards the end. It's always going to take almost exactly the same amount of time, unless I just right click and skip dialogue, and then might as well not play the game at all. So far going, I'm leaning heavily to might as well not play the game at all, because there's really nothing here. Nothing of interest to me, at least. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.